Now, before we get into making over our private label rights content, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page when it comes to the actual definition of PLR or private label rights. Now, according to Wikipedia, if we head on over to Wikipedia and do a search up here in the top right corner for private label rights, you'll be brought to a page that looks just like this. And in referencing internet marketing, Wikipedia says that private label rights is a license where the author sells most of or all of their intellectual rights to that particular piece of work. The license is defined by the author of the work and has no legal definition. That's kind of important. I'll get to that here in just a second. It also goes on to tell you a little bit about the usage of private label rights, some pros and some cons. And if you want to learn more about, according to Wikipedia, other types of content rights, then just put in the search box up here, resale rights, and you'll be brought to a page that looks just like this, where it goes on and explains a little bit more what the different content rights are, be it PLR, MRR, that's master resale rights, personal use only rights. It talks a little bit about rebranding, the differences between normal resale rights, master resale rights. So if you're totally in the dark as to the various types of content rights, then you might want to check this out as well. But getting back to the PLR, this phrase here has no legal definition. Basically what they're saying is that the original creator is the one who defines what you can and cannot do with their particular product. Now, some PLR licenses contain simply a single line that says, hey, you can do whatever you want with this. Other PLR licenses, however, can be very restrictive. Then you're going to have those that are kind of right in between those two extremes. So, since there's no standard PLR license that governs every single PLR product on the market, you need to review the license of a PLR product you're going to buy before you purchase it. Let's go ahead and have a quick look at a couple of licenses that I found on my hard drive from other people's products. Now, this is by no means an endorsement of any product creator over another. I just want to point out a couple of the similarities here. This is a PDF document, and you've got some yeses here with a little definition of what they say that you can do, and below that is some no's as to what they say you cannot do. And here's another product creator's PDF form of their private label rights license. And they go into even a greater detail on some of the additional things, in addition to the yeses and the no's. And here's another one. I want to bring this up because basically this is a no restriction package, which could have gotten away with that single line definition that, hey, you can do whatever you want, because there's nothing down here that says, no, you can't do this or no, you can't do that. This is what is commonly called an unrestricted PLR license. Now, another item I want to bring to your attention, and this is more of a personal preference on my end than anything that's written in stone, and that is I would prefer to have a license, be it a PLR license or a resale license or whatever type of license that I'm getting with the product I'm about to purchase. I would like for that license to be delivered to me in a secure PDF form, not an unsecured text document. And again, this is not me saying anything bad about people that deliver licenses in an unsecured text document. I'm just saying this is my personal preference, and this is how I would deliver a license, and that is in a secure PDF form. I'd even say taking it a step further and putting a watermark across this PDF so that not only is it secure, but maybe that watermark would have the creator's name or the creator's website on it as well. And again, that's just my 2 cents worth. So I'm going to get these guys out of the way here. But I just wanted to point out a quick look at some licenses and how they are listing their yeses and their nos and some additional information. Now, PLR has been around in the offline world for a very long time with items like ketchup and mustard and sodas and cereal, even liquor. But I want to stick to the PLR dealing with the online world and internet marketing. Now, for the most part, the PLR that we will be dealing with in this series will be allowing us to edit, brand, then resell the product. And it's worth mentioning that one particular product creator might even have a different PLR license for different products that they create. For example, they might create an ebook on a generic topic that the PLR license they have governing it allows for editing, rebranding, using it as blog posts, for example, and even giving it a way to build their email subscriber list. And yet another ebook that same creator created on a more specialized topic, the PLR license they have governing it, is very restrictive in that you can edit and rebrand it, but you cannot give it away or use it as blog posts, among other restrictions. So again, it's important that you, as a buyer of PLR products, be sure and review the PLR license prior to buying it. Now, there are other types of content rights to be aware of, like those resale rights, master resale rights, giveaway rights, and plain old user rights. And like PLR, there are 0 standard licenses with any of these types of content rights. So if you're planning on doing anything other than simply consuming the content content you're about to purchase, make sure and review the product's license terms before you purchase. Now, before we close things out here, I do want to mention that a good exercise for you would be to do a search for private label rights or PLR and check out the product rights for some of the results that pop up. And if the rights are not prominently displayed on the product sales page, you might even want to go so far as to contact the creator of that product or the person selling that product and request a copy of the rights. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on what is private label rights. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.